Hello and welcome back to Minecraft, welcome back to Shadow Valley. It's another beautiful day. It's about midday and I've made a few changes since the last episode. So the windmill, the windy mill, that has been done, but I've also made a few changes. So one of them is the house, the little house. I did in fact put the campfires in the chimney just so the chimney actually makes some smoke, because it's the little things, the little touches. So if we go indoors, boop, boop. We did put the iron grates there, the iron trapdoors, which do stop the smoke sprites. So instead of having them open and risking things dropping down, I was like, you know what? Let's just add another freaking fire. Add another freaking fire. So we've got some movement in what would otherwise be a static world. And over there is the windmill on the horizon. Let's go and have a look at that. I was also playing with elytras. Since I last played this game, elytras have been added. That kind of gives you an idea of how long I've been out of this. So I was like, ooh, I'll play with that. And it turns out, I think you can get from the bowsprit of the airship all the way to to the windmill. I think it's possible. I definitely think it's possible. So let's give it a go. Oh, I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to use an elytra, but we can go down the river if we keep some speed up. Oop. Ah, there we go. Little ramp off that. So yeah, windmill's done. It's freaking massive and true to the idea. We did have a fire, put a fireplace in, but it was underground because the main body of the windmill. Well, you don't really want to fire in a windmill. That's one of those things. Because you have a lot of flower dust. And if you start lighting fires in here, you're likely to blow the entire place up. It would just go bang, and then you have no windmill. Well, in real life. In Minecraft, not so much. So the windows, I went with fence posts. I also put a little bit of glass there. A little bit of tinted glass, just in case there's someone outside shooting arrows in. You've got a little bit of cover, but I went with, you know what? This is an agricultural building. This is a building of industry, so let's keep it rough and ready. And I like the rustic look of the fence posts as windows. We have a millstone, which is just some blocks and some fence, but it does have a drive shaft which comes down from the actual blades themselves and a hopper. We will go and have a look at the blades and things. So up here, everything's connected, and in order not to have this thing go straight down where the stairs are, because otherwise it's going to get a little bit tight, a little bit awkward, we have actually offset the entire millstone using these blocks. And I was like, you know what, we can just fudge it slightly. So we have two steps to the front, and everything still kind of looks like it's connected. I mean, it is very much like playing with Lego. Oh, let's go and have a look out here on, I guess, the observation deck. I don't know really what you would call this. So there's two doors, not one here, and this is in fact bricked up behind it, but that's where the window would be. And then we've got on the other side, again, no doors, because these blades, when they're spinning around, well, blades, they're sails. They're actually sails. They're not really blades, because it's not a fan. It's a windy mill. They're being driven. So these sails, when they're going around, will probably clip straight through the deck, but because it's not moving, we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, you don't want to be standing right here when this thing's spinning, because otherwise you'll end up in the river. That wouldn't be good. Also added buttons. You don't need to hit the buttons, you can just open the door. Having pressure plates behind the door means the doors auto close when you're inside. So if you're playing with someone who's like always leaving the doors open, you could just put a pressure plate behind it and they will auto close. Steps on the way up, because people always want to go up and have a look at the roof, so we've done that. I did put some like slabs halfway up, but it's not necessary. You can get to the top without going without even using them. So if we go around the it's a little bit dodge, drive shaft straight into the sails, and we can go up. In fact, we can go up this side as well, hop it up, and then stand on top of the sails. It's a long way down, a very long way down. I think we can actually elytra onto the roof. Oh, or we can just freaking fly. Yep, that's the thing that can happen. Okay, let's try that again with the elytra. Creative mode is great, so we go, huh. Yeah, elytra. So you can, if you're not in creative mode and you do have an elytra, pretty much get everywhere, which is neat. Alternatively, we can just drop down. I don't know what that was going to be. I really don't know what that was going to be. The airship, I like the way the distance gives you it sort of rounds all the rough edges. It's pretty cool. I also like this. We put the fence around last time, but we didn't bother connecting it up, because if you connect it up, you don't have the room to really run around here. But it also means if you are up here and you're like, you know what, I don't want to be up here, you can just drop down. It's really, really neat. So let's go and have a look in the basement. Have a look in the basement. Steps. I always put a little stone slab on the end where you're actually supposed to drop down. I was going to put like a little stick here. Oh, hay bales. just for decoration. Yeah, I always put a little stone slab on the side you're supposed to go up and down on. So that's why that's there. Down straight from the hopper. Whoop, into a chest. Wow, that's not going to work. It's just glass. But it just needs to look good. And then a load of barrels, little storage barrels. Did I? Oh no, that's my inventory. Oh right, yeah, I shot a fish with an arrow just to see if it would work, and it did. So it's like, oh, you know what? No clock. It's just getting late in the day. Late in the freaking day. And another fireplace, because with another... there we go. Ah, nice. Another iron grate. So you can have it open, and you can actually have the smoke coming out up outside, but you know what? It doesn't look bad. I'm not too sure about the windows. I think they do serve a function. They do serve a purpose, but they just kind of feel a little bit big compared to the rest of the building. It's also getting a little bit late, and we're going to get monster spawning. So, time set day. Boom! Dunzo! Dunzo Calresin. Yeah, we got some vines and various bits and pieces kicking around. We got the lanterns on the outside. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I was a bit worried. At first I was like, I threw a load of glass in it and it didn't look right. And it wasn't until throwing the fence in there that it actually made it look a little bit more medieval, a little bit more rustic. So that's the windmill. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I think we can leave that for the time being and then build something else. I'm also really happy with the way the sails came out. So that's what quartz and just wood stairs with the fence in front of it. And you can put the fence on the back and then use blocks and things, but it just doesn't look right. Don't look right. So you can climb all over it. You can get up and down. You could basically live in there if you wanted to. It's huge, 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 huge. We also have the rest of this space to use, and that's just one thing. Its own little playset. I also noticed in this direction, it is actually surrounded by lava. This valley. There's another lava fall, and then some verticality. It changes biome here. We've got a little bit of snow kicking around over here. Now, I don't know if snow is altitude based. I literally don't know. And we got some snow on these mountains. Yeah, so this is definitely a different biome going on here. Oh yeah, look at this, pumpkins and stuff. That's pretty neat. So we've got this very green valley. I mean, we call it Shadow Valley, but that's pretty dark over there. Lava, I think that's a single lava source. It looks like it is. I'm going to leave it. It looks great. It looks freaking brilliant. These rivers and stuff that surround the actual valley itself, pretty neat. I think there's one this side as well. Yeah, so it goes down far enough for there to be water down there. Yeah, and we got a lot of trees. So it's a pretty big, pretty decent size. Wait a second. Hold on to all of the horses. There's a little bit of lag. What's going on? It's the Foxy Man. Oh, hello, buddy. What are you doing? Wait a second. Let's go and grab freaking. What was it? T-O-N-E. So a little bit of stone. Hey, buddy. Do you wanna? Where did you go? Where did you go? It's Foxy Man, buddy. Oh, okay. If I put this, is he just gonna walk away? Come back! 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 Boop. You gonna have a little sleep on the stone? I don't know why he did it last time. He had a little sleep on the stone. Still don't know what to feed him, if you can feed them anything. Huh. Interesting that there's pretty much all the creatures you could want in this valley. Nice. One of the things I do want to build is a manor house. And I want to build it. I don't know why I just 360'd the 360'd the freaking windmill. One of the things, yeah, I do want to build a manor house. There's a tree there. There's water. We can build it around this. That's fine. I think that might actually work. How are we gonna do this? Should we have it facing the airship? I don't want it too close to. I do want a tree to be there, definitely. So what we're going to need to do is work with the land, and I like that. Maybe because we can build a load of buildings and then just kind of link them all up in the end. So we're going to need to build it big. Hey, buddy. That's we'll just use stone because we're in creative mode. It doesn't really matter too much. So I'm going to use stone. Oh, let's do this to mark out an area. There is a place nearby. I say nearby, a few towns over, where it's kind of an L. Is it an L shape or a U shape? Sorry, guys, you need to get broked a little bit. So it's kind of a weird shape, and you end up with a kind of a courtyard. You don't need a single building, I don't think. We can break this into different buildings. There we go. And we're going to need to demolish the tree. I think we might need to demolish the tree and then build a new tree. Ooh. Oh, that's not right. That doesn't feel good, does it? That's a bit narrow. That's not right. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's kind of build it out a little bit more. So 2, hang on. I want the spaces. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 void spaces on the inside. That feels better. At least that way we can break it into rooms on the inside. Yeah. That feels much better. Much better. Boop. And we can do this. So we got 12 there. This bit can get narrower. What we got? So 1, that's 2, 4, 5. That doesn't feel right. Let's get rid of you. You can go away. 6, and you. 8. So 8 void spaces. Cool. That feels better. That feels a lot better. So we can come this way. Hold down right mouse button because that's never broken anything before. And then get rid of all of this. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. It's the main body of the building. Am I being bumped by a cow? That is a question I didn't think I'd ask myself at this time on this day. Huh. My favourite thing is when city folk come out to the country. Oh, city folk. I love you guys. You're insane. City folk come out to the country and they're like, oh, I'm going to do a little bit of light cow pushing. Oh, cow tipping, I think they call it. It's like, oh yes, cow sleep standing up. And I'm like, what? 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 Say what? I never heard that. Oh yes, cow sleep standing freak up. I don't think they do, my dudes. I really don't think they do. So, Yeah, you get a load of city folk come and try and tip a cow over. And it's like, oh, that thing's still moving. And by the way, all of its friends are here because cows are kind of curious creatures. And they will act as a familial group, I guess. I don't know why I measured all that out, only to move it back a few feet. So what I want to do, ideally, is I'd like to keep the tree. Ideally. We might end up boop, knocking it down and just making another tree. It's a thing. It's a thing that might happen. So what we can do is end it here. But I still want a horseshoe. Oh, flowers. Freaking flowers. There's always the flowers. What we can do is come back. There we go. Boop. So we can have an L-shaped building. That feels kind of decent enough. We can do a lot in there. Put some rooms in. Put a veranda on the front. Yeah, that feels like it might actually work quite well. And then here we could delete the water, or delete some of the water, and then move it so that we can have a horseshoe here. It kind of feels like it should be a thing. Yeah, we can even offset the building. What? Yeah, because buildings in real life, they are kind of built, I suppose, on demand. Build oh, I know what we can build. A little hayloft conversion. Wow, stylish, with views of the freaking clear, misty, clear, misty. I do like the shader pack. Boom. What was that? Was that a fish? I don't know. There was something that just went for a little swim. I don't know. Who knows? Okay. So, I was hoping to elytra over back to it, but okay, fine. Maybe we won't. Okay. This doesn't feel right. This feels a bit narrow. Yeah, it does. For the length of it, it feels a bit too narrow. So what we're going to do is do this. There we go. 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 Now we know. That feels better. So yeah, if you are in... what witchcraft is this? If you are in creative mode, what you can do is just use a block, draw something out, and then make sure the internal space is big enough for you to kind of move around, which is kind of what we did with the windmill. Drew some circles on the ground and then it's essentially just extruded them upwards and then stopped at each floor. That's all you do. All you need to do. But if it's a building, I mean, this is going to be real tight if you start adding rooms to it. So what we could do is work with the space and keep it open and maybe just add like a mezzanine or something in there. Do we need another room, another building back here? Not really. Well, I'm kind of happy to add one that's kind of a little bit offset, just to make just to finish the sort of quadrangle of stuff. Little storage room. Yep. So main farmhouse. Yeah, main farmhouse, a hayloft conversion, and a little storage room, and they're all slightly offset, so they're not perfectly in line. I think even this bit here isn't perfectly in line with that. And then we can do something here, maybe have this as a garden area, so we could do maybe something like this to back to sort of sink this into the ground maybe a little bit, and then add some stuff. What are you doing? You accidentally a circle in Minecraft. Yes, I believe I've accidentally a circle in Minecraft. Oh, Oh dear. Oh well, that's a thing that's just happened. Yeah, it needs to be offset over a little bit, but we can always add paths and extra doors and things. I think that'll be fine. I think that will be fine. Height-wise, let's see. I mean, we can always dig this out on the inside. So one of the things we can do is dig it out, add a freaking floor. We won't really know until we've got it all. And we can always drop all this down as well. Okay, right. We need a plan. We need a plan and a veranda. So I think, how we do? We need the floor. So PLAN planks. Let's get rid of those seeds. Don't need them seeds, no. Working with the land, yeah, we gotta drop it down by 1. Which means this is going to be sticking out. We're going to fill the ground up around it a little bit. I think that's definitely what we'll do. I mean, so in the airship we've used a lot of wood planks for all of the floors. In the buildings we've gone the opposite way. Boop. So we've got wood planks with the suspended floors. With the ground floors we've actually gone with gravel and wool, which just gives you a different feel for each floor. I think that might work here as well, maybe? It just avoids the entire inside becoming just one colour wood. Yep. Goodbye. I think we'll do it that way. I think we'll definitely do it that way. Okay, fine. So we definitely need to go down 1, at least. Yeah. Definitely something that needs to happen. Okay, so we can just hold left mouse button. Oh no, we're going to dig all this out. This is going to take a while. Boop. Boop. There are tools that allow you to define areas based on, I think it's F3. Okay. I think that tells you more about my computer than it does about the world. Sure, okay, so basically you can use these coordinates and everything, and there are tools that allow you to use those to dig out areas or build areas or add like stone. New recipe unlocked. Bone meal. I'm pretty sure I already have bone meal. But we're not using them. This is just plain old creative mode. I think I prefer plain old creative mode. It means that if you bean something up, you don't beans up the entire freaking world. We have had it before. Oh yeah, we once on a server. And what did we do? I think Nick edited something. He was going to edit a mountain, and he ended up creating a one layer thick lava layer at the top of a hill. And we were like, oh no, as soon as you touched it, it turned into like moving lava. And it was because it was above the ocean, it just filled the ocean in with cobblestone. And it was just like, oh, okay, that was a thing that just happened. So, yeah, if you've got editing tools, you can end up messing stuff up real bad. So we're just leveling it off. Can't remember if the ability to hold down left mouse button was always there or not. Don't know. Jump. We'll probably sink the whole lot down. Sink the outer wall down, definitely by 1, and then start. Where's the base layer? Where's the base? The buttery biscuit base. No, I think that's actually the right layer. So we can like legit start putting these down to mark out rooms. Fine, that actually works quite well. So that would be the internal layer before the gravel goes in. It's gonna be what the actual JavaScript command for make a block is. Don't know. Is it a put command? Is it a generate command? I have literally no idea. And I don't know why anyone would want to know, because it's JavaScript. So I will fill that in just because, I mean, I just don't want to leave a gap anywhere underneath it. I don't like it when there's like a 2 by 1 gap or a 1 by 2 gap or whatever, because you might end up with monsters spawning underneath and they're not going to do anything except for be noisy underneath. The other thing what I'll probably do is put some stone down there so the gravel isn't just sat on dirt. If something happens, like a creeper goes off, then you don't want it all sat on the dirt. I think we'll sink this down. Connected textures, yo. That's having an effect. Oop. Just so we can say we've done it. There we go. Just getting it down into the ground. I do love the connected textures. They're really, really cool. There we go. There we go. Oh. Okay, so that's now sunk into the ground. It's there more as a marker and a reminder than anything else. So yeah, this place, how are we going to divide this up? First of all, boop. Wait, what? Oh, we just thrown up a bunch of sunflower. Hey, did that? Oh, it's stacked. I was like, did that delete itself? No, that bit just stacked. Okay, time. Time's that day. Time's that day. We are going to need, probably are going to use some wood, but not just mainly to mark stuff out. Oh, I tell you what we can do. Whoa, why would we not use wool? The question of the ages. Right, so rooms everywhere. Do we want them to be big rooms, small rooms, rooms the size of your head? We could do the same thing we've done in the airship, and that's literally have like a corridor, and then the rooms sort of connected using corridor mechanics. But bearing in mind that the hallway here would be 3 wide, so it'd be plenty wide to have some rooms at the back of the house. That's a thing that we could do. You're a cow, go away. Go away. Wait for the city folk to come try and tip you over. I always love that. Ooh, you know what? We're gonna try and push a cow, no? Okay, what do we got here? So was that 8? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, it is. 2, 4, 6, 8. Where do we start? 2, 4, 6, 8. So we can bring that back. So these are 2 rooms of equal size. Yes, they are. Don't need like loads of rooms. So what we can do is probably have a staircase, maybe. I like the idea of like a staircase going up. So we'll just leave a marker for ourselves to let us know that we should probably put a staircase there. So rooms, staircase, entrance. Probably need an entrance. 2 wide? Yeah, I think that works, doesn't it? Boop, boop. Boop, boop. That's equal. Yes, it is. So, and then of course there will be a veranda. At least 3 wide, and then just to remind ourselves that we should put a veranda there. Okay, cool. Wait, what? What is going on? You've just blown my freaking mind right out of the water. Yeah, about that. So, if you have a space and you're in creative mode, use red wool or any coloured wool and just leave little symbols around for yourself. When you later come in and start adding floors and stuff, you can easily work out where everything's gonna be. I mean, you can use wood or you can use pretty much anything, but like a high contrast colour or texture works really, really freaking well. Works well for that thing. Works well for everything else. And I think this will be fine. I think we might actually even... I mean, we might eat into the tree a little bit when we put the walls up and the roof on. I definitely want this to be 2 stories. This can be just 1. This might be 2 stories. So yeah. I think it will work quite well. It will work most good. What might not work so well is the fact I was just going to plant it, but of course it is whatever we use for materials. So we're going to have big flat walls. And what I don't want is big flat walls that are just flat, like, I mean, boop, 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 boop. It just doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good. So you want to break it up with different textures, different colors, things that overhang, things that don't overhang. I think the airship is a very good example of that. But I also think, let's get rid of that. I also think the windmill is a pretty good example of that as well. So what we've got is a bunch of stuff, and even all the roofs overhang a little bit. Even the roof at the top overhangs a little bit. There's even decoration. There we go. Up here, in the interior of the roof isn't even flat. There's little gaps all over the place. Different textures, different everything just around. So yeah, it's as long as you keep the same colors and don't. I think it's kind of the same as creating a poster. Use like a limited color palette or like a select color palette. And I guess with fonts you would want to use 1 or 2 fonts. So I don't even know how that sort of works into the analogy. I'm like, I know what I mean to say. Yeah, just keep your color palette the same. And if you use like lots of uprights or lots of horizontals or whatever, then kind of keep the theme going. So we've kept the theme going here by using spruce wood in a vertical and then birch wood on the inside for the floors, which is a theme that is mirrored in the bridge. So the bridge uses the same. Well, actually uses spruce for the floor, but then it's its own little building. The airship uses basically the same bowsprit, and all the horizontals are spruce or oak. Yeah. And then that's mirrored again in the house. So yeah, there's a lot we can do. We could probably actually use this as a template for the farmhouse. Probably not so much glass, but it definitely works. I think this might be a candidate for being upscaled. Good. Excellent, 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 excellent. It's going to look huge. That thing is going to be massive. I'm just hoping it doesn't dwarf the windmill. Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I tell you what, I'm going to leave it there for the time being. So if you're watching this and you're like, ooh, you know what, it's kind of chilling. Just you talk and build stuff. I like it. Definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe. And if you do subscribe, click the little bell because that'll give you notifications when videos go live. And I'll tell you what, I'll catch you next time.